You press it.
Right, press it.
Whatever you say.
Okay, ready? Go ahead and start. Good afternoon, Dr. Jones, Dr. Cox, and colleagues. Thank you for being here today. I'm Jessica Fleming. Ever seen someone in a wheelchair about to transfer to the car or to the seat and wanted to assist them? How can I help you? But have you ever received that crazy look like, why are you asking me this? Well, today I'm going to inform you about paraplegic transfers and what these terms mean. A year ago, I met a young man who has opened my world up to the lifestyle that paraplegics experience. 3 main items that will be reviewed are definitions, explaining transfers, and going over boundaries between paraplegics and full-functioning people such as myself. Definitions that will be discussed are paraplegic or paraplegia, transfer, and full-functioning people. Paraplegia is the paralysis of the lower part of the body caused by injury, usually to the spinal cord, and paraplegic is what a person is called with this condition. Transfer is used as a verb in which a person is removed from one place to another, and it is like the dictionary term. As other white people, such as yourself, Dr. Cox likes to use transfer as from one place to another and the dangers it encounters. Full functioning is used as an adjective by Dr. Cox to reference to a person such as yourself who is not disabled and can use all their functions such as their legs, fingers, everything. You're lucky. No offense.
No.
Please keep in mind these definitions as I present so that there is no confusion as I present this. How are paraplegic transfers depends on where they are transferring from and where they're transferring to. Transferring is a tedious, energy-using activity that is needed daily and in almost all activities that a paraplegic does. Dr. Cox has volunteered to show us how he transfers while I explain the process. Dr. Cox, would you please join me?
Yes, I'll be there in a second.
So he's going to end up lining up so that we can all see, and he will end up transferring from his wheelchair to the couch. Now usually, from personal experience, Dr. Cox likes to have his chair at about, a 45-degree angle to the object that he wants to transfer to. As you can see, he usually, depending on how he transfers, will only transfer and lock his one brake on his wheelchair. Sometimes he will do 2. It will depend on the type of wheelchair he has, and it will depend on how he's trying to transfer. As you notice, he used both his hands to scoot his body forward to slowly start preparing to make a movement to the couch. So in this instance, Dr. Cox will be transferring to his right onto the couch. He will place his hands on both his terraces, scoot forward, which you saw, and then he will remember to keep his nose over toes. That is a stability issue, so that he doesn't go flying backwards or technically forward because of the way the wheelchair is designed. He will then place his right fist on the couch and slide his left fist underneath his backside. Take your time. You can do whatever feels comfortable to you because every situation is different. As you saw his hesitance, he visualized going from the chair to the couch to make sure that he has everything he needs before he transfers. There's one little slip up and he's on the ground, and that's a whole other ballgame. His strength comes through as he shifts all his upper body strength to pick himself up and push him mainly from his right hand, left hand over to the couch section. Once a person transfers, stability will be corrected and maintained. As you can see, he's very comfortable. Transfers are dangerous and take up a lot of energy. Transfers happen almost every time a paraplegic needs to go from his chair to another place or a place to another place. Where a full functioning person can easily just stand, move, or scoot, a paraplegic will always have to think about how to transfer, where to transfer, and their energy levels that will be needed to complete it. As you can see, Dr. Cox is actually going to show us again how to transfer from something lower and softer back to his chair. And you see how he thinks, and he's getting all his energy together. Because it's going to take a lot. Looks simple, but there's a lot more to it.
Years of practice.
Years.
Let's put it to you that way.
Next, boundaries will be reviewed as Dr. Cox gets himself settled and he'll go back to his place where he wants. Thank you, Dr. Cox.
You're very welcome.
Boundaries are needed when it comes to paraplegics due to the dangers of stepping in without asking permission. A prime example would have been myself stopping and going over there to help him. When, for instance, Dr. Cox is already in the transfer, if I step in at any time or anybody, I can mess up his game plan, where he goes from one place to another. And if I were to assist thinking he needs my help, whether it's to pick him up or push him or anything, he would be on the ground. He could fall, he could break a leg, because he can't feel the lower body. Therefore, always ask for help to assist, to assume before actually doing anything. A person may look at a paraplegic and think they need help, when all reality, they often don't, because they've been doing this a while. Never touch a person's wheelchair until you have their permission. And when you do get their permission, ask them, how can I assist you? Once again, never assume. They will most likely explain the steps that a person needs to do in order to help them. An example that Tony, that I had a pleasure interviewing, that is not here today, has been a paraplegic for about 15 plus years. A little bit different than Dr. Cox here, but still, I got some very good information on him. He explained a time that he was in a restaurant, and when he was going to sit down, they were bringing him to a table, so of course they moved the chair away. And before he even had a chance to will himself into the chair, another hostess saw him and decided to push him for him. He stopped without locking his brakes, and then, of course, he turns around and he goes, please don't touch my chair. However, the hostess, trying to assist, it's a busy, crowded restaurant, decided, I'm still going to push him in. I'm going to be a good Samaritan. No. So he had to lock his brakes and actually twist in his chair and turn around to the hostess and explain, not to touch me, this is why. And she kind of got offended because she was trying to do a good deed. Pure intentions, but not good for someone in a wheelchair. You take away their control, you take away their ability to take care of themselves. Well, after that, it was a little bit better. He got himself situated, the waitress apologized, life moved on. And Tony ended up explaining to the waitress, because the hostess walked off, why it was very important to ask permission first. There are many instances such as this that occur on a daily basis with paraplegics. Are there any questions? Any questions?
How many times does he transfer?
Dr. Cox, are you referring to?
Yes.
He transferred twice.
No, how many times in a day does he transfer?
Oh boy, would you like to answer that, Dr. Cox?
I transfer, if you're going to the store, you transfer. You're going to play video games on the couch, you transfer. So it's pretty much at least 13 to 15 times a day.
So let's say on the day that you go get your son, you transfer from your bed to your chair. If you decide to sit on the couch, give your back a break, you transfer from the wheelchair to the couch and back again. So you're up to 3 already. Then if you're going out the house and getting into a car, you're transferring in the car, you're transferring out of the car. If there's any stops, you add on 2 more transfers.
Gasoline,
everything.
dinner.
And then you have, by the end of the day, once you reach that bed, that's the last transfer. And oftentimes that can be the most dangerous because your energy is at its lowest, your focus, your concentration, everything.
And how many people do you encounter in those situations that like to assist?
Just like with myself, you encounter a lot of people. They see you getting out of the car from personal experience watching the Paraplegic Transfers, and they come up going, hey man, can I help you? I'm like, no, I got it.
No thanks.
And they'll still stand around, and that's losing focus because they still want to help when in reality, just walk away. Any other questions?
Y'all gotta help me. I'm gonna help me.
Time?
We're at 9 right now.
At 9 minutes?
Yeah.
Okay, then I can edit out that last